Hi, family. Um, so I was thinking about why I wanted to do the video tonight and what I have to say. And the reason why I want to do videos right now are because there's some big things happening in my life and I really want to record them, and I want to record the feelings that I'm feeling. And I'm kind of scatterbrained right now and I can't really write as much because I'm doing some other things. Tonight, my son came to me and was talking to me, and he's struggling with depression and anxiety, and so many of us are right now because of COVID, and he's so lonely. He's 18 years old, and he's left his friend group because he's a mixed boy, African American, black, and white, obviously, and he probably always knew, but he stopped being their friends for them being racist and homophobic because it didn't sit well anymore, and now he has no friends, and so he's so lonely. And I was thinking about that. I was thinking about being lonely and how many times throughout my life I've been lonely and what it feels like to be lonely. And there's so many lonely people in the world right now. So this is not a unique or a first-time event of being lonely. But I think what makes it so much harder is the fact that there's maybe people out there that we love that we can't get to. But for him, and maybe for a lot more of us, how do you make friends? How do you make friends as an adult? How do you find your tribe? How do you find your community? And especially in COVID, how do you find your people? How do you find the people that value you for you and see you for you, that you resonate with, and that you can be yourself and your people? How do you find those people? How do you find them? And how do you stop being lonely? So there's a couple things going on there. How do you find your tribe? But also, how do you not be lonely when you are isolated and when you're not, when you don't have people around you? Because we all know that we can be lonely even when we're with somebody. I shared with him, when I was with my ex-husband, I was lonely for such a long, long time. And I've been in other relationships that I was very, very lonely. And being with somebody and being lonely is probably worse than being alone and being lonely. I don't know. Lonely is lonely. It's both not good. But it's what I think is the difference for me now compared to other times when I've been lonely in my life. And I'm not lonely now. But I haven't always had this huge tribe to turn to and this community that I love. I haven't always had that. I worked hard to create that space for myself and for other women. And it feels really good to have that tribe. But there have been times I've been lonely. And the way that I was able to get through that time was being okay with me and learning to settle in my own skin and be in that space. I've many times in my life, I've filled up that space in my heart and in my physical space and in my relationship space because I didn't want to be alone and I didn't want to be lonely, because I didn't want to sit in my own feelings by myself and have to see myself. And now I'm okay with it. 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? Maybe it was. I did that first challenge of fall in love with myself. And I I really enjoy being in my skin, and I enjoy being in my presence, and I enjoy the life I have built for myself. Just sitting here in my bed, listening to this music, talking to my friends and my family. I love you. Learn to love you too. Because it's only through loving ourselves that we can truly love other people. And as I was telling my son, who I got to hug for a really, really long time tonight, like 3 times. So that was most fabulous. Oh gosh, completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, I completely lost it. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is learn to be okay with yourself. Learn to love yourself. Find the things about yourself that you love about yourself. Find the things that you don't love about yourself and forgive them. Work it out. Get therapy. Get help. Get whatever you need to do to get to a place where you're okay being with you. Because then when you go back out and we can socialize, you'll be able to find the people. Oh, that's what I was saying, was he lost all his friends. He chose to walk away from his friends, but they weren't truly his friends. And why be around people who don't see you and love you and value you? And when you learn to love yourself and you value yourself, you will attract your tribe. You will find your tribe. So, happy holidays.